Okay guys, welcome to the video. Within the next 30 minutes, I'll explain to you exactly how you can build an OnlyFans management agency that will generate you over $10,000 per month and is completely automated with the help of virtual assistants. Now before I start, I want to mention some of you guys will understand, those that know deep down inside them that you are meant for more, that you cannot work a regular job, or you're just sick of your current life and you really want to try something different, right? You know there's more to life than what you're currently doing, and it's to you guys that I speak to directly. And if you guys stay until the end of this video, I'll show you guys how you can land your first client and start making money. As soon as you have the model, boys, as soon as you have the contract signed, you can start making money that same day. All it takes is for you to bring subscribers from somewhere, whether it be Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, wherever it might be, and start selling content to them. And you're making money as soon as you have your first client. So today, I'm not only going to explain exactly how and why I started, but also how I automated the whole thing to generate 5 figures within my first 2 months of starting, and recently grew into 6 figures in a single month, what we're currently doing. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Damir Nurjanov. I run one of the biggest OnlyFans management agencies in Ireland, and I also coach students on how to do the same thing. I'm going to show you guys everything in this video. So OnlyFans management is the best business model, in my opinion, to get into, especially for beginners. Why is that? Because it's easy to set up. 2, it's less expensive. You don't need so much startup capital. You can start with your phone, a laptop, and a fucking Wi-Fi connection. It really is that simple. You do not need to convince your customers to buy your product. Like when you're dropshipping, right? You have to convince the customers that you bring in from ads to buy your shitty phone case. I know because I've done it before. With OnlyFans, it's completely different because you're selling them a connection, you're selling them a feeling, and these guys need it. Like it's a need, it's not just a want. They don't want to buy a phone case, they need the connection with the woman. So that's why it's extremely profitable. And once you know how to do it right, once you know how to stand out from all of the other agencies in the space, you can make a lot of fucking money. Unlike dropshipping, there's no product/inventory costs, there's no delivery times. All of the content that you're selling, the product, is stored in a Google Drive, completely free to store. And you can just send it with a pay-per-view lock for $100, and there's no delivery time. Everything is instant, right? Service-based business model. Models already know that they need to hire someone to do the management work. Why is this? Because to be honest, half of the models don't know what they're doing, and even if they know how to drive traffic, how to properly chat on the account and make sales, they don't want to, because it's so much fucking time on their end to make the content, do the chatting in the OnlyFans DMs, making sales, and then post on social media all day. They don't want to do that, so they rather hire somebody, in this instance it's you as the agency owner, to do that for them. And you can take 50 up to 70% commission for your service. And the work is interesting to say the least, right? Especially when you guys are brand new. And once you come into the adult entertainment world, yeah, it's crazy. I can't explain it. I'm gonna try explain it I have pictures and stuff later down the video. So let's get right to it. The clients or models that you'll be working with, they're not millionaire entrepreneurs that you have to convince on a monthly retainer. They're just random girls on Instagram that you DM and hopefully you sign, right? So it's 10 times easier to land your first client because they're not established businessmen. You just DM a girl on Instagram. That's how I started. That's how I landed my first 10K per month client, and that's how a lot of guys in my coaching land their first client. With my top model making $80,000 per month consistently. Now that's not all profit. I'm gonna break down all the numbers for you guys in a second. So this is just one of the clients we're working with right now. She is on 50,000 a month, and you can see here all of the money is made in the messages and tips. And when I was making the first 10K a month from OnlyFans management, it was 90% automated. When you're doing 10K a month, it's quite easy to automate it. Once you scale up a little bit further, I'm not going to lie to you, it does get quite difficult. You need to spend a lot of time training staff, managing team members, and thinking of new marketing strategies. But if your goal is just to quit your job and make 10K per month, super easy. That should be the bare minimum to OnlyFans management, is to be making 10K a month. So when I had it automated, all I had to do was take a couple phone calls and texts while I was traveling around the world for almost a year. Thailand, Dubai, Australia, Russia. Right now I'm in Bangkok. Right now I'm in Koh Samui. We just took a trip to the islands, but my base is in Bangkok, right? So if you guys go to the IG, you'll see everything. I documented the whole process. This is the OnlyFans. You can see 63 weeks ago I started, and I hit my first 10K month 63 weeks ago, right? And then it went to 100K per month in the last 90 days or 180 days. We 100K. Then I hit $16,000 in 7 days, and this was absolutely mind blowing. This is when I knew OnlyFans was going to change my life. Then we hit $54,000 day. Then we started doing $1,000 in 10 minutes selling custom content, looking for models. I started networking, started building my network, meeting different people around the world. You have to move out of your hometown, boys. I'm going to discuss that in a second as well. $250,000 on all my models' accounts, YouTube videos, my first 100 subscribers per day, everything, boys. If you want to check out the results, they're all here. And I also have student wins, so many. There's over 20 slides. And this is what I mean by in the last year, I've just been traveling around the world, Dubai, driving supercars with my boys, in Samui, where we are right now, dirt biking through the mountains, driving jeeps, jet skis, everything, boys, and Phuket as well. Just having a blast and making money online. Yeah, let's get back to the story, right? Because it's all gonna make sense in a second. So, how do I manage to make so much money on OnlyFans if I'm not the model, you may ask? Let me give you a quick rundown of the business model. So this is your OnlyFans management agency at the top, right? You'll have 3 key pillars to your agency. You'll have client acquisition, marketing, and then sales and chatting, right? And then you also have hiring, staff, and outsourcing. That's once you have everything, the 3 pillars nailed. So with client acquisition, you find a model to work with. You get her to sign the contract, whatever split you guys agree on. And then you onboard her to your agency, tell her how things work, give her content plans. Then comes the marketing. Then you have to post her on various social media platforms, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, to bring her to your target audience and bring subscribers, pull subscribers into the OnlyFans page. Then you will start chatting. So 80% of your revenue will be coming from the OnlyFans DMs, selling content in the DMs. This content you can sell anywhere from $20 up to $2,000 for one piece of content. So you can see where the numbers add up. A lot of people, and myself included, when I first came into the business model, I thought that it was just subscription revenue that these creators were making. I had no clue about the agency side of things, about myself. My 2 boys that I'm here with, we're all running agencies, and 80% of the revenue is made in the DMs, guys. So this is done through sexting scripts, custom content, upselling the fans, and there's a lot more. It goes super in depth, right? And then you want to hire an outsource from the Philippines at $3 per hour, so you can get these virtual assistants, your staff members, to post for you. So you don't have to sit behind the laptop 16 hours a day, posting on Instagram, posting on Reddit, chatting in the DMs. So many people ask why I even started. So I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I have never put these pictures up online, right? So it's a bit weird to me. But this was one of my first jobs. I was working as a waiter. Serving food, serving drinks, and I just hated it, guys. I hated being told what to do, and this is why I mentioned the thing at the start of the video. If you guys are sick of this, if you're sick of having a regular job and you know inside of you that you're meant for more, OnlyFans is definitely a great vehicle to get you where you are, especially if you tried multiple online businesses and nothing has worked out. I recommend OnlyFans Management. So this was me working as a waiter. I think I was 20 or 21 in this picture. Yeah, I would hate it because I just kept being told what to do. I had to clean toilets. I came home smelling like shit because delivering everyone's food, being talked down to. It wasn't the life for me. So I knew I had to change. This was a couple of years ago. I was smoking a lot of weed, and I was just very comfortable in the position that I was. But I knew I had to make a change. And then I was also working in a medical device factory. You can see here I recorded a video of me shadow boxing, just because I was sitting down in the chair for 12 hours a day, where we're doing 12-hour shifts, and I had to get moving. I couldn't sit still. So if this is you guys, if anything here relates to you, you know that I come from the same position as you. Only 1.5 years ago, I started OnlyFans Management, and now I have a 6-figure business along with a coaching business where I tell people where I coach people on how to start their own agencies. So a lot can happen within a year, guys. At this point, I didn't make any money on OnlyFans. I was working regular jobs such as waiter, factory worker, and I lived in Galway, Ireland. Really small town, not much opportunities there. So I knew I had to move, right? And right now I'm living in Thailand. But when I was living in Galway, working regular jobs, I was very unfulfilled with my life. So I finished school with the worst grades, literally the bottom 5 people of my whole year, which was 600 people in my year, bottom 5, because I couldn't concentrate. I hated doing the work. I hated doing the study. It just wasn't for me. I enrolled in a college, but I never attended any of the classes, and I dropped out. I spent my days working, smoking weed, playing video games, and occasionally going to the gym. So these are all just kind of time wasting activities like smoking weed, playing video games. You're not getting any benefit. You're not building yourself. I was just doing nothing, right? I was kind of a little bit of a waster. But I didn't have the freedom to live where I wanted and to do what I wanted with my life. So I knew I had to make a change. I would see all of these young guys on social media living my dream life, and now I'm doing the same thing. Now I'm posting on Instagram. Now I understand why they're doing it, right? Now I'm posting, I'm inspiring other people to take action, make a change in their life. I would see them driving supercars in Dubai, exploring tropical jungles in Thailand, flying first class all over the world, and making money online. And I wanted a piece of that because I knew that they were not much different to me in my position, right? Same as me. I'm still a human. I started in the exact same position as most of you guys, maybe even worse off than some of you guys, right? But I knew I had to build an online business. I knew it would allow me to do the same thing, right? A lot of people around me were talking about in-person business, starting restaurants, all this shit. But I knew that online business was just the way to go. You could have complete location freedom and time freedom. So I'll explain what that is in a second here. I tried drop shipping, I tried copywriting, I even tried to make gaming YouTube videos. If you guys know the game Rust, I was an absolute nerd, like 5,000 hours in Rust, like 4,000 hours in Counter-Strike Go, and so much of my life wasted. And I tried to, at least at the end, I tried to monetize it a little bit by making videos, but it didn't work. And I didn't want to be a gamer for the rest of my life. So this was me preparing for my very first sales call. I was nervous as fuck, had all the notes written down, and this was like the webcam tester. So this was for my first copywriting position. I had one client, I was doing so much email outreach, getting no replies. I finally got one client and I fucked the sales call. So this is just a little background story on me, boys. But yeah, nothing really worked out, and it felt like it would be way too long to start making money with these options, especially with the gaming YouTube. It would just take forever to build an audience, start monetizing it, and it just didn't seem like the right business for me, right? So it was clear to me that I had to make as much money as possible to gain complete freedom. What is complete freedom? Complete freedom meaning location freedom, having the ability to live anywhere in the world while still making money online. You're not tied to a specific location. And then time freedom, having the ability to choose when and where you want to work without being restricted by a schedule. This was huge for me, right? When I used to work those long 12-hour shifts in the factory, I would always walk past these computers on standby. There was lots of desktops around, and there was always these computers on standby, Windows PCs, and on the wallpaper, I would just see these like beautiful locations all over the world. And I would just dream. Every time I walked past, I would dream about being free to travel where I wanted. And now I'm in Thailand. This is literally what I would see on those Windows PCs. So if you guys have a vision and if you know how to get there, you know the vehicle that's going to bring you there, it really is easy to do. You just need the information, so the knowledge on how to actually do it, how to make money online, and then you need to take action, boys. I'm going to go through that in a sec. But yeah, I knew that there was so much more to the world and to life than what I was doing. I just didn't have a wealth vehicle to get me there. And at some points, I felt like I was in prison because I couldn't leave. Even if I wanted, I had rent to pay. I had to fucking wake up at 6 a.m. I had to be at that job that I hated, people telling me what to do, and I think I was making $14 an hour, so it wasn't even worth it, right? But I had rent to pay, so I had to do it. And I remember I was sitting down one day, and it was halfway through the 12-hour shift. I was looking at my Snapchat stories. All my friends were outside on the beach, and I was just stuck in that factory. There was like a little garage door that was open, and I could see like a sliver of sunlight, and I just really wanted that freedom. So at that point, I just started researching into online business, and my dream was to have a base, right? So my base right now is Bangkok, and change location whenever I wanted because I wanted to see the whole world. So just like now, my base is in Bangkok. I come out to the islands to just get a bit of a refresher with a couple of friends and get some work done. Even though many people saw me as a success in my hometown because I had a nice car, I had an Audi A5, I thought I was the shit, making 2-3K a month. But I was extremely dissatisfied with my life. I knew I had to change something. I knew there was more. There was more to life than what I was living, even though it was considered like a good lifestyle back where I used to live in Galway. But then I had a meeting that changed my life, guys. And I know this may sound a bit weird, but it's true. A video popped up on my TikTok of someone promoting an OFM coaching program. And when I bought it, I was instantly hooked into the business model. That's when I met my first OnlyFans Management mentor and discovered the world of OnlyFans Management. I only knew of OnlyFans as a platform. I only knew of OnlyFans as a platform. He told me that all the money was going to the management side of things. So the management teams behind the creators. At the time, I didn't have a clue that OnlyFans even had a management team behind them, or the creators would have a management team behind them, right? I just always thought it was the model doing her own thing. He told me that most people who do OFM live remotely, Bali, Thailand, Dubai. When he said that, everything suddenly clicked for me, and I knew OFM looked like a perfect solution to my problem, because I wanted location freedom, I wanted time freedom. I wanted to work on my own terms, and I wanted to work wherever the fuck I wanted in the world, such as Koh Samui, such as Dubai, wherever I wanted to work, right? Of course, I had a lot of questions, which he answered in detail. I noticed that he was interested in me starting because he even offered me his help one-to-one. So I thought, fuck it, let's just try it and see what happens. Then I started learning as much as possible about the business. So here is a picture of me on one of the live calls back then. You can see I'm in my room in Ireland. I was renting a room, not even like the whole apartment. I had this fucking headset, SteelSeries headset. It was like broken, the ears were falling off. It was my gamer headset, but I had a vision and I was hungry, so I wanted to make it happen. Within my first week of starting OFM, I signed my first client. Like I told you guys, it's a lot easier to sign your first client in OnlyFans Management because they're not millionaire entrepreneurs, they're not business owners. It's just a random girl on OnlyFans that you have to convince to work with and take a percentage of her revenue. It really isn't that hard, guys. So within the first week, I've signed my first client, and it was strange for me to see all these guys making ridiculous money and selling content for ridiculous price tags. I'm trying to step into your shoes for a second. When I was first coming into the business model, I would be on these live calls and there would be guys telling me that they're selling content for $300, $400 in one go. And I was like, no way, like how is that even possible? Like my limiting belief, I physically couldn't understand how they were doing that. And then I made my first sale. Once I got my first client, I made my first sale. I remember it like it was yesterday because it was a 40-second voice note for $50 fucking dollars. Once I made that sale, my eyes kind of opened up to this world of OnlyFans, and it's just like a light bulb clicked in my head. As soon as that first sale came in, that was money, $25 straight to me for a voice note that I didn't even have to record. I didn't even have to do anything, essentially. I just had to text a few things on the keyboard and convince them to buy it, right? So that was the first $50, which was just absolutely insane. And you can see here on the Snapchat memories, it was on the 6th of last year, the 23rd of the 6th last year. And at that moment, like I said, my mind was blown and it all kind of started to make sense. And I became obsessed. As soon as I figured out how much money there was to be made, I became fucking obsessed. And at that point, my life started to feel like a Wolf of Wall Street movie, without the drugs, without the alcohol, of course. I was locked in. And I made my first $1,000 in the last 24 hours. You can see here, July 28th. Boys, I'm telling you, I haven't felt this feeling since. Like the first $1,000 that you make online within 24 hours, it's just fucking mind-blowing. Even now, I can have like a 10K day. It doesn't faze me as much. This first $1,000 gave me such a crazy feeling. Even more, I made 10 grand in a day recently, but this $1,000 was a fucking life changer for me, boys. Because it's just crazy, going from zero, going from minimum wage to making $1,000 overnight. Obviously, that's not my fucking, obviously that was 50%, but still, $500 overnight in one day. From just doing a few DMs was crazy. And then we hit our first 2K a week, and then I managed to get $11,000. I closed $11,000 within the last 30 days, which was absolutely fucking insane to me. So that was my first 10K month, but only 5K was profit. So in July 2023, my very first month with OFM, I managed to make $11,000 on my model's account. 50% went straight to my bank, 50% went straight to the model. And at this point, I knew I was on a hot track. So I only needed one more thing, more models at this point. So I made it my mission to sign as many models as I possibly could that year, because everyone told me once the business is automated, I'd make an average of 10K a month profit per model on your good models, right? So I contacted hundreds of models every single day, took dozens of meetings until I finally signed 3 more creators. And thank God I was able to ask my mentor whether the creators would be profitable or not. So I avoided a lot of mistakes and saved so much time. And this is what I teach my students right now. They'll come to me once they get onboarded to the program. I'll take a look at their agency. I'll take a look at their models. If their model is not optimal or she's not going to give a good return on investment, I'll tell them straight away that they need to find a new model, and I'll help them get a new model, because there's no point spending your time and money on a model that's not going to give you the best results. You could put 100% into model A and she may be like a 5 out of 10, and you could put 100% into model B that's a 7 out of 10 with a unique branding behind her or a unique look, you will make so much more fucking money with the model that's just a little bit better looking and has some sort of branding or something unique about her, a unique selling point. At this point, I understood the value of having an expert in the space to review everything I was doing and to tell me where I was going wrong. I was hitting record months in my business. My first $24,000 month, you can see here, I don't know if it says the date, was August, yeah. And this was my first ever 10 grand a month profit in online business because we hit $24,000. $12,000 was mine, but I had to pay VAs, etc. So this one model brought in $10,000 in August last year. After paying that model $12,000, 50% of what we made on the account, $500 to my virtual assistant that was posting a Reddit for me at the time, about $150 in software fees, I had over $11,000 profit left with just one model. All the money that I'd made at that point, I didn't spend drinking in the pub, I didn't spend on weed, I didn't spend playing on video games, but I invested it all into more information. While I was scaling my business, I started 2 new things. So I started my YouTube channel, the one you're watching right now, where I've helped thousands of agencies make more money with free value videos. So if you guys go through my videos, to be fair, a lot of them are outdated now, but I've helped so many guys. 2,000 subscribers in the OnlyFans space is quite impressive. I still have a long way to go. And then I also started my Telegram channel with 3.5k members as of now. And the only issue was when I posted a video to YouTube about how to drive traffic to OnlyFans or a Reddit guide or a dating app guide, it would always get saturated because so many people were looking for the free value, right? And I don't blame them because that's how I learned. So it quickly got saturated and it didn't work anymore. That's why I'm not posting so many free value videos anymore, because as soon as I post it within a week, it's not really working as well because everyone's hopped on the trend. And second thing that I started was my OnlyFans Management Coaching Program, where I began to help others start their OFM agency. I was only able to start 6 months ago, so it was only fair that I helped other people start and change their lives with it. And I have done. I'll show you guys a couple of student results now in a second. But yeah, I saw there were so many people in the free OFM groups, such as mine, such as there's a lot of free OnlyFans management group chats, that were asking the most basic questions and wondering why they weren't seeing results, while I was still hitting record months in my business. So I realized at that point, it's just an information game. Like if you have the knowledge on how to bring in 100 subscribers per day, how to promote on all these different traffic platforms, how to sell $2,000 custom content, that's when you're going to make the real money. You need the information on how to do that, right? This will take time. That's why I developed the program. But yeah, one major issue that I saw, they were not up to date with the current meta and how to properly drive traffic and potential fans to their model's OnlyFans page. So at that point, I decided to start helping. One person was Mate. So he started in July this year. And by the end of August, he's already signed his first client and made $7,000 in his first month. So he told me that he wanted to, when I hopped on the call with him, he told me that he wanted to wait a couple months before starting. And at this point, he was working full-time at a casino. He was making $12 an hour. But I made it clear to him that there was no point waiting. Like 2 months is a very, very long time. You can make a lot of money in 2 months. You can have your first model within a week if you really try and you know how to do it. And then you can start making money that same day. So it just depends, guys, on how much you really want it. Like if you're really uncomfortable with your current situation, you're gonna make it happen. And Mate he didn't want to fucking work at that casino 12 hours a day. He also had some health issues I'm not gonna mention. But I made it clear to him that there's no point waiting. If you really want to change and reach your full potential, you need to act with speed. And let me show you how happy he was that he started immediately. So here we go. Here's a text from him. He said that he wanted to start. He wanted to learn a lot in the next 1 to 2 months. And then I think we had the call. And yeah, he just asking me a couple more questions about jailbreaking and just like driving traffic and stuff. But then on July 24th, he messaged me this. He said, Demir, I just want to say an honest thanks. The model gave me her password and the account with 0 income. He had a free OnlyFans page. So on OnlyFans, you can have a free and paid page. His model had a free page and he made $320 within the first day of signing his model. So on the 24th of July, he signed his first creator and he already made $320. What would have happened if he wanted to wait the 2 months? He would have been making no money. He probably would have forgot about the whole OnlyFans business model and he would have just went back to his regular life. And he says, of course, it's nothing to flex, but he's just so happy, and he said that it seems to be working. I told him, let's go, bro. You're going to be out of that casino in no time. But guys, you have to understand that $320 is the eye-opener for you. When you make that first money, to me, it doesn't sound like a lot to beginner, and to me, when I was starting this business, $320 is just like an eye-opener. You know that you can make money now. And if you're getting that in your first day with no fucking information, and you're just a complete beginner getting started, imagine what you can make in a month. So yeah, I just told him you can make 10K within 2 months. You just need to make $333 per day. So if he kept that rate up, he was making 10 grand in his first month. Then he had some questions, whatever. And I wanted to get him on a student interview, because that's why I'm asking him is if he was free here. And then I also asked him how much did he make within the first 30 days of starting, and he made $7,000 on his model's account, and he was signed at 60% to him, 60% profit. So how much total income since starting? He's made $18,000 within 3 months of starting OnlyFans Management through the help of the coaching program. So I just said I'm happy for him. And within his first month, he generated $18,000 in sales, 65% going to him and 35% going to his creator, meaning he made over $10,000 in profit within 3 months, right? And since then, he's quit his job at the casino. He's reached his goal of making money online, and due to his health issues, he wanted to make money for his laptop. And now, with the help of OFM, that's the vehicle that brought him there, he's managed to do so, right? Let me just actually show you guys a quick testimonial of Mate. We had a weekly Zoom call that we host in the group every week, and he hopped on there, and he had some kind words to say. So let me put that over the screen right now. Mate, how are you doing, bro?
I'm very well. Yesterday was the last day at the casino. I quit.
Last day? Good
Yeah,
stuff, bro.
I'm so happy. Really, I'm so happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Remember when we had the call? It was only like, what, 2 months ago? 2 months ago? we
No,
had the call?
no. Or I don't know. I don't know. It was about 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. Yeah.
2 months. Now you quit the job. Nice, bro.
And I'm
Happy
so
for you.
thankful for you, because I wanted to wait until September. I have now surgery, and I wanted to wait this, and you told me I have to start.
Yeah, bro. Because there's no point waiting. There's no point waiting. You're just gonna waste more time working the job, and now you have two models, right?
Yes.
Nice, bro. Just I'm happy for you. Well, how much did it make last 30 days?
I'm telling you, because, but one model I just started, it was about 6K.
So yes, guys, you can see, and I'm pretty sure you can tell through the video, right? You can tell a lot of people fake stuff in this space, right? But you can genuinely tell when someone's reaction is real, and I think that's why a lot of people fuck with my content and like me as a person, right? And my branding, because it's no bullshit. It's completely transparent, free value, as much as I can give, right? But yeah, a lot of people can tell the kind of person you are through the content. So I think you guys can really feel how Mate was feeling in that moment. Just 2 months after starting OnlyFans Management, managing to quit his job. Another agency owner that I helped was Dan. He already had an agency. Mate was brand new. Dan already had an agency. He joined my program after not knowing how to properly promote and make sales on his model's account. He started with his first model 2 months ago, and before joining the coaching, he was trying to manage her on all different social media platforms, but nothing seemed to work. He was getting banned. He wasn't getting accounts getting a lot of views. Just a lot of, so he was getting accounts banned, stuck on low views, and just extremely frustrated with everything that he could try to turn his model profitable. I told him that he needed a better model, like I said at the start of the video, guys, as the one he was working with was not the best looking, and she did not have strong branding, which makes all the difference in the competitive world of OnlyFans. You need to have a decent looking creator, even if your creator is ugly, right? Even if she's a 2 out of 10, if you have strong branding and if she's unique, you're making money, guys. So that's super important. That's just something I want to tell you. And yeah, here you can see the results. So I asked him how much he made within the first month after joining the coaching, and here's the screenshots. I think they're down here as well, yeah. But yeah, so he made just below 10K USD within his first 30 days, and only implementing the Reddit and the Tube sites strategies that I teach. So he didn't even touch Instagram. Instagram is a huge moneymaker for us right now. He didn't even touch Instagram at this point, and he managed to make $10,000 with just Reddit and Tube sites. And I asked him how much he was making before he joined, and he would only make around $600 with his previous model. And once joining, and he found a new model because I told him he needed to find a new client. This is the power of having a mentor in the space. It makes all the difference. So he said himself, it made all the difference, and they're currently running at 12K per month, and they can't wait to move on to Instagram and more traffic, hopefully reach that 20K per month. It's inevitable. Once you know what to do, once you have the step-by-step plan on how to get there, the only way you don't get there is if you quit, boys. Like, it's tried and tested, these strategies. Everyone's been through them in the program, and they're all making money. So you can see here, in his last 90 days, he's made $24,000 in July to October. Yeah, this was the last 90 days with Dan's model. And of course, the $24,000 is not all of his profits here. He had to pay the model 40% of that, which means he had $12,000 left in profit. Minus the VA cost, minus everything, he was probably left around $10,000 in profit within 90 days of starting his new model. Yeah, the money he earns here, he can invest into hiring staff, meaning he won't have to do all of the manual work, such as posting on social media, chatting with the fans. It allows him to focus on actually scaling the business rather than being an employee in the business. This is where the time freedom comes in. So yeah, 2 months after starting, he already made $12,000 in profit. He knew that there was no time to waste. Investing in coaching taught him that the most profitable way to run his agency. Not wasting his time on low ROI activities, not wasting his time on suboptimal models that clearly weren't working for him before. So he now has a business that he can scale as high as he wants and can run from anywhere in the world. Right now he's focusing on hiring and training staff from Philippines to automate his agency through traffic and sales. When people ask me how they can make their first $10,000 per month, I always tell them the following. The only thing between you and your first $10,000 per month is information. Is the information on how to start an OnlyFans account, how to promote them, how to make sales in the account, how to upsell them, how to retain the subscribers, and how to maximize the lifetime value of each subscriber to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on your models. And so it's information on how to do it, and then it's the action. So it's you putting in the work. I cannot put in the work for you, boys. Like, everyone that's joined the program, they've all put in the work. They have the information from me. They put in the work, and that's why you're seeing these crazy results. And within the next week, I'm going to have next week or two, whenever Mate is free, we're going to do a student interview, so you guys can look out for that. But that's the only thing stopping you, boys, is the information on how to do it and the action of actually doing the work. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it, proven strategies and procedures that have helped me and all my students that have worked for me, for Daniel, for Mate, for all the guys in the group. How do I know it will work for you? Because I've done it with over 30 students already. 2 is, once you know what to do, a step-by-step plan that I'll be laying out for you, it's impossible for you guys to fail unless you quit. There's no way that you go through the program step by step and don't see results. So I'm so confident in this that I'll even refund you. If you do everything to the best of your ability and still fail, I'll reimburse you your full investment. So you can continue with your life as you currently are doing. But guys, like, if you just do everything like step by step, follow the procedure that everyone's done, there's no way you don't succeed. Obviously, it will take a lot of work on your side, but anything in life worth having is going to take a lot of work. So if you guys are new to making money online, I get it. You probably don't think anything works. Same as myself. When I first started, I was skeptical. I'd never seen this kind of money in my life. Hearing agency owners making $500 from a single fan sounded absolutely absurd to me. But now we're making thousands of dollars from a single customer. You can see here one of the fans that we're subscribed to my model's page. In one day, he spent $1,360. In 3 days, he spent basically $5,000 in 3 days of subscribing to my model's account. There's guys out there with money, guys. I know if all your friends and your surrounding area and your environment right now, if everyone isn't so well off or they don't have so much money, you don't see money being thrown around everywhere. Obviously, it's going to be hard to believe this stuff, but there's people out there with insane levels of wealth that can spend $6,000 in 5 fucking days on an OnlyFans model. And you can see here, it's not just Adam. There's Jordan. He's a whale. A whale client means he's spending a lot on your model. So these are the top clients. You need to prioritize them. This is everything that I teach in the program. But $200, $120, $90, $50. You see how the money adds up, right? So this was all due to limiting beliefs. Once you start making money, your mindset's going to change. You will start seeing money everywhere you go. You take a business class flight, it's fucking booked out. $2,000 per ticket, it's booked out, right? For a 3-4 hour flight. Go to Dubai, buy your first Rolex, realize everyone already has diamond APs, Richard Milles. There's so much money out there in the world, boys. You just got to be exposed to it. But let's get back to my business. So when I had made my first $10,000 a month on OnlyFans Management, I definitely didn't have time freedom. I remember working 16-hour days. At the time, I was busy with everything, with manually posting on the model's social media accounts, her OnlyFans page, generating traffic, chatting to the fans. It was very time consuming. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at the start, it is time consuming. But I did it because I had a vision of my life now. I had a vision of me living in these exotic places, palm trees everywhere, surrounded by good people, pushing each other to do better in life. So I had that vision, and I wanted an automated business that would provide me with an income for at least 5 years to live anywhere I wanted in the world, because I did not want to go back to my old life. Once you guys have a taste of like freedom, right? Of living this sick lifestyle, you never want to go back to that place or to your hometown. Maybe it's not so bad, but if you guys are really sick of your current situation and what you're currently doing, you need to make a change. You know you need to make a change. You'll understand me. But when I signed a new model to my business, it wasn't just another model for me. It was a deal where I made $50 to $100K in cash flow that year. Because you have to understand, guys, if you make 10K a month, at 50% is yours, times 10 or times 12 months, you're making 60K a year from one model that's making 10K a month over and over and over again. Once you have the systems in place, once you have the staff members in place to run it for you, and you've done it over and over again, you have proven strategies to do it and processes, it's quite easy. Every single model that you sign is going to get to 10K a month, 5K a month. Each month is going straight into your fucking bank. So at that point, there was a lot of competition brewing in the OFM space. It had a lot of beginners scared or telling themselves that OFM is saturated, when in reality, it just became easier for the experienced agencies. So let me go through a couple of OnlyFans myths that I hear more often, but they're simply not true. So why does the model need you? The model needs you. I get this a lot. Anytime I tell someone that I do OnlyFans management, they're like, oh, why does the model need you? Da, 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 da. Let me tell you guys. So the model needs you because she cannot be arsed doing all the management stuff herself. No OnlyFans model can maintain a $10,000 per month page all by herself. If she can, fair fucks to her, because it's difficult. Even if she can, right? She couldn't be arsed. She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to post on the accounts every single day, multiple posts per day, across Reddit, across Instagram, across TikTok, across Twitter, and then chatting on the OnlyFans account and then posting on the OnlyFans main feed wall. She doesn't want to do all that. And then making sales and upsell. She doesn't want to do any of that. So that's why she hires the agencies to do it for her. And she makes a lot more money when an agency is working with her, because we know what to do. Sometimes the model doesn't know what to do. A lot of times, actually. So there's too much work that goes into everything, into promotion, sales, team management. Most models don't know how to do all this stuff, hence why they sign up with an agency. OFM is time consuming. This is another big myth. A lot of people say it's time consuming. Anything worthwhile, guys, is going to be time consuming, especially at the start. OnlyFans management is only time consuming if you don't have any automations or any systems in place or any staff members to run your agency for you. So I can't believe that people still run their OnlyFans management agency without virtual assistants. Before I brought in my VAs, I would spend 10 to 20 hours, that should be a day, a day on management. 10, at least minimum 10 hours a day to run everything. So, and now it's a tenth of that, because I have my management team behind it. I have the systems, I have the processes, I have the staff members to run everything for me. So it's a tenth of that, because I just have to contact them now. But this is when you're running a $10,000 per month agency, it's more automated. When you want to scale past that and make big money, you will have to dedicate more time to your agency. OnlyFans only work with established creators. With smaller niche creators, it's often even easier to make money because there's less competition. So if you figure out a really good branding, which I'll help you do if you join the program, then it becomes a lot easier, because you have to stand out from the thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of OnlyFans creators. You have to stand out from the competition somehow. So even if your creator is brand new, it is quite easy to make a lot of money, because most of my students started off their models with little to no following and still managed to scale them to $10,000 per month. So boys, if you really want to turn your capital or your savings or whatever it is into a cash flow business and build a location independent income, I'll show you how the guys from my coaching program started, like Mate, like Dan, who just both started 2 to 3 months ago. I promise to show you how to get started as quickly as possible at the start. So how did the guys in my program do it? Briefly, let me just go through first, who is the program for? So anybody who wants to make money online, beginners to the OFM business model wanting to fast track their progress, avoid mistakes, and not waste time on low ROI tasks, low return on investment tasks. existing agencies struggling with traffic, chatting, or team management, anyone who wants to achieve time, location, and financial freedom, wants predictable, consistent, and reliable growth, wants systems, SOPs, and more systems. If you guys don't want to build all the systems and standard operating procedures yourselves, I provide them to the guys in the group. So here's the roadmap for if you start your OnlyFans agency with me. So this is the coaching program that you'll get. Everything is hosted in school like I just showed you. And phase one is going to be learning. First, we're going to hop on a discovery call. You'll hop on a discovery call with someone from my team, and they're going to figure out your exact situation and whether you're a good fit to join the program. If you're not, we're going to decline, because we do not want to work with anyone that is not motivated, does not want to go in 100%, because it's going to look bad on me. You guys aren't going to try, and it's going to give me a bad name. So I don't want any of that. I only want the people that are 100% committed and dedicated to learning or to scaling their existing agency. So that's what happens on the discovery call. If you do qualify to join, then I'll come on board and I'll have a call with you personally. I'll do agency analysis. So I'll look at your whole agency, take a look at exactly what you're doing, where you can improve, like I did with Dan. And I told him that he needed to get a new model, and within his first month he made $11,000 just from following that one piece of advice. So I'm going to take a look at everything you're doing: marketing, sales, your client acquisition, all of your systems, and update you guys on what we're doing at my agency. Then you'll have the video course, which is hosted on School. Like I said, there's everything on here, guys, that you need: introduction, model acquisition, OnlyFans account setup, Reddit traffic, Instagram traffic. You have all of these different traffic methods, because the main fucking issue I see with everyone in this industry now is traffic. Everyone always DMs me, bro, how can you help me with traffic? I'm struggling with traffic, can you help me? The only thing is with traffic, boys, you need to know what to do, how to post on these platforms, the exact processes to account setup, how to not get banned, how to pull in good views, and how to pull in a consistent flow of subscribers. And that's exactly what I teach. So you have all these different traffic methods: Reddit, Instagram, Threads, dating apps, tube sites, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. These get updated every single week as well, whether it be these or whether I add in an extra traffic method for the guys. But these are the traffic methods that I use personally at my agency. I don't really like to promote traffic methods that I don't use, because I have no experience with them. So these are the main ones that I have experience with. Then there's the chatting section. All of this goes super in depth as well, boys. There's a video tutorial for every single traffic method, along with an SOP, along with a document that you get. So step-by-step procedure, how to do it, and a video tutorial of me explaining how to set up your accounts, how to do everything, right? Then you have the chatting. This goes super in depth as well. Everything to do with sales, the mindset behind it, the scripts, the custom content, pricing, everything. Super in-depth sales training. Then is hiring staff, contract templates, where to post your job listings, how to hire them, how to train them, how to qualify them, the whole process, right? Then you have the scaling blueprint. So once you learn everything, boys, you want to look at the scaling blueprint. 0 to 10K per month. How do you get there? What do you focus on? What traffic methods would I recommend you focus on? You want to follow it. So 0 to 10K, there's 10 to 50K, and then there's 50K to 100K. All of it is laid out step by step on what you need to focus on to get to where you need to get to your next goal, right? So yeah, that's what you get with the video course. You also get weekly live Zoom calls like this, but it'll be maybe 20, 30 guys in a group call asking me questions. Whatever it might be, I'll answer the questions, or it might be a new traffic method that we're running, or it might be an update with some of the social media platform, whatever it is. And that's discussed on the weekly Zoom call. You also get a private network, which is my private Telegram group. I think there's 50 members in there right now. There's new guys joining every single day. In this group chat, there's beginners in there. There's guys making 10K a month, and there's some agency owners making 50 to 100K a month. You have access to all of these guys. You can connect with them. You can DM them. These guys are now in your circle. You can contact them. You see these guys making money every single day. They're posting in the chat. It doesn't make it so difficult to believe that you can get there as well, because there's so many people doing it. And then you also have one-to-one DMs with me, whatever it might be, whether it's OnlyFans, whether it's setting up your banking, whether it's not so much. I'm not an accountant, so don't take that seriously. But if it's like some tips that you need with banking, whatever it is, I'll help you out. Whether it be OnlyFans, whether it be your account's not getting banned, whether it be fucking moving to Thailand, anything you want to talk to me about, you get one-to-one DM access with me. Then is phase 2, model acquisition, signing your first client. Then you need to create or optimize her existing OnlyFans account to increase the conversion rate. Then you're going to set up all the social media accounts for her. Start posting every single day, and you will see OnlyFans subscribers. Once you have the subscribers, then comes phase 3. You need to sell to these subscribers. You're going to start selling content through the OnlyFans DMs, sexting scripts, What is a sexting script? Essentially, a quick rundown is it's a series of live content. So the fan will text with the model, and then you will text back to the fan, and he thinks that it's a model talking in real time. And then you have a, let's say, script one. It might be a script of the model on her bed reading a book. And then he thinks that that's happening in real time, when in reality, it's a pre-recorded script, and you're selling each piece of content higher and higher as the arousal gets higher. And these scripts go from anywhere from $300 up to $2,000, depending on your fans' spending habits. Then you also have custom content. It could be a video with the fan's name. It could be a special requests. These videos go from $350 up to $2,000 plus, depending on the content, depending on the length, whatever it might be. Then there's upselling. There's so much more in-depth stuff that goes into the selling phase, but that is all included in the program. What is the goal of the chatting? Is to identify your top spenders. Obviously, you're going to be making money anyways, but you want to identify those top spenders, the whales, like I showed you, that are spending $5,000 in a single day on your model's account. You want to identify them and hold them as long as possible, build relationships with them. At that point, you want to focus on scaling. So you outsource all of the work, all of the manual tasks that you have to do, such as posting on the accounts, such as texting with the guys. You want to outsource that. So how do you do that? You create job listings, interview calls, onboarding, and then you train the staff. And at that point, boys, you have the business automated. So once you have the subscribers coming in, consistent flow, you're chatting, you're selling to them, and then you're identifying these whales, and then you just automate the whole thing by hiring staff from Philippines from $3 an hour to run the business for you. So you might ask, how do I achieve consistent results in my own agency, and how am I able to ensure the success of others? By following the process down below. So you're going to learn all the information, the necessary information to grow and to start through the video tutorials like I showed you on the school, and along with the documents and SOPs. Then you're going to sign your first model by following the model acquisition module within the program. Within 2 weeks, you really should have your first model, boys. If you don't, within 2 weeks, I will help you find one, or I will find you a model by then, but you really should be signing a model within 2 weeks. Then you're going to start driving traffic to your OnlyFans models page by implementing all the traffic methods that I just showed you. Once you have subscribers, you're going to use the sexting script templates. I give you templates for everything, boys, along with the sexting scripts to start selling content to your fans. After doing this for some time, you're going to accumulate some whale clients, like I showed you, that are spending over $1,000 per month on your model. And that's the minimum, right? You're going to have whales spending a lot more. Like I showed you, in 5 days, you can make $5,000 from a single fan. So just do the maths, guys. Once you've made your initial $5 to $10K in profit, you're going to start hiring staff members to manage your agency for you. Because the goal is to have a business. You don't want to be sitting behind the laptop 16 hours a day. You want to be enjoying life. So at the start, you will be sitting behind the laptop for quite some time. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like I said, no bullshit. That's what I want to get into in a sec. But once you have that down, once you go through that stage, once you go through the stages of being in the trenches, doing everything yourself, you're going to automate the business. So boys, why do I get so many clients or students that want to work with me? Because I'm a no bullshit kind of guy. Like I said, if I don't think it's a good fit for you, if my team doesn't think that the program's a good fit for you, we're not going to take you on. We don't want people that aren't going to produce results. If you're committed and you're ready to put in 100%, we're ready to help you, right? And a lot of people, once they hop on the call with me, they're like, bro, I just love your content. You're straight to the point. You're direct. Even though they know I'm losing out on sales, I'm probably losing some customers by telling you guys this, but I don't want to work with anyone that's not committed and that I cannot help. So no bullshit, completely transparent. If you guys watch my previous YouTube videos, you'll understand. I just tell everything how it is. Free value, I've given so much free value that's generated my viewers over $100,000 in profit, 100%. I have 2,000 subscribers. A lot of them have agencies. I got skin in the game. If you guys go through my Instagram and my OnlyFans highlight, you guys can see 63 weeks ago was my first 10K month. Then we did $16,000 in a week. Then we did $54,000 in 30 days. Then we did, like I showed you guys this already, everything is documented, right? Along with my YouTube channel. I have so many YouTube videos. Skin in the game. I started in the same position as you guys. I don't think you understand. Like I had nothing. I literally had nothing. I was asking my mom for money. I couldn't even go to a fucking restaurant. So it's the little things now that I get excited about. Like when I go. Okay, boys. So why do so many clients or students want to work with me? Because I'm a no bullshit person. Even if I'm gonna make a little bit less money, but I tell the truth. That's what matters. I just want you guys to understand exactly how everything works and not sugarcoat anything. I know I could make some more money by lying in this video and telling you guys it's super simple to do. I don't want to do that. I just want to tell you the exact truth of everything, right? So no bullshit, completely transparent. I think you guys can tell through my videos of what kind of person I am. And also, whenever I hop on a call with the guys that join the group and I ask them, why did you want to work with me? And they always tell me because they like the vibe that I give off. I give out free content, free value. I don't lie. I just tell them straight up. There's no fucking around like 10-minute intro. It's straight into the sauce, right? Like, we're here to make money, and that's the whole theme of the brand. It's just keep it real with you guys. No bullshit, completely transparent. There's a lot of free value that I've given out on my YouTube channel that have generated my viewers easily over $100,000. I have 2,000 subscribers, and a lot of them have agencies. A lot of them are doing 50 to 100K per month. So easily generated my viewers over 100K for free. I've got skin in the game. So if you guys go through my YouTube, everything is documented, or my Instagram, I mean, everything. 63 weeks ago was my first $10,000 a month. Then we hit the first $16,000 week. Then we hit $50,000 in 3 days or 30 days. Then we hit $1,000 in 10 minutes selling custom content. Then I was networking, and then like everything is documented, boys, on the Instagram and on my YouTube channel as well. I think I have like 80 videos, but I have so many videos going back to the start of this year. But yeah, I started networking. Everything is documented, boys. So if you want to watch the YouTube, if you want to watch the Instagram, everything is there in front of you, right? So skin in the game, what does this mean is, so I have skin in the game. I started over a year ago, and it really isn't that long, but it just shows you how successful you can become within a year. Now, by no means I'm at the top of the mountain yet, but I'm doing quite well. So if you guys go to my Instagram, everything is documented. My first 10K month with my first client 63 weeks ago, right? Then it was my first $16,000 week, and that was just 44 weeks ago. Then it was $54,000 in 30 days. It just shows you how quickly you can scale, boys. Once you know what to do, once you have the strategies in place, you can scale quite quickly. Also, boys, skin in the game. Everything has been documented on my YouTube, on my Instagram, from start to finish. Let's just go through the highlights one more time. You can see my first model when we made $10,000 was 63 weeks ago. Then it was $16,000 in a week. It just shows you how fast you can scale. And this was 44 weeks ago. Then it was $54,000 in a month. And then it was $1,000 in 10 minutes, and so on and so on. You guys can go through all of this stuff, my Instagram, my YouTube, it's all there. And because I started in the same position as most of you guys right now, I probably even started worse off. I always had food on my table. I'm not going to act like I was piss poor, but I couldn't go out to a nice restaurant. I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. I couldn't live the life I wanted to live. So I was in the same position as most of you guys are right now. And I have a proven track record. Like I said, check the YouTube, check the Instagram. Everything is there from start to finish. What do you guys get when you join? You get the full OnlyFans Management video course along with all the documents hosted on School. This is updated weekly, so it's not old SOPs. You're getting everything new. Everything is updated. Then you get all the materials such as contract templates, Airtable templates, account suppliers, optimal settings for AI marketing, and much more. You get access to my private community consisting of agency owners making $5,000 to $100,000 per month. And you also get access to my personal dating app manager. So if you guys are trying to run DAs or implement a new traffic system or traffic method to your agency, DAs is a good one. And you also have direct access to my personal dating app manager. So any questions, you get all the dating app methods. They're always updated regularly. You get access to my SOPs, my standard operating procedures, step-by-step, how to create an Instagram account, how to create a Reddit account, how to farm a Reddit account, whatever it might be, right? Everything is there, SOPs. You get access to my personal network with traffic experts, successful agency owners, and we even have some inside employees at Reddit, Instagram that will boost our models pages, you could say, right? I don't want to say too much, but once you guys join, I'll show you. You get weekly live calls in which all questions are answered and new methods, traffic methods, chatting methods, everything is discussed on those live calls. And boys, you will also get access to in-person meetups. Now, I haven't done any of these yet, but next year when I'm in Dubai, when I'm traveling Europe, when I'm traveling the States, I'm going to definitely do some live meetups meet all of you guys in person and connect, maybe do some masterminds. So boys, the reason I designed the OFM coaching program is so that you do not have to waste time watching unnecessarily long videos, wasting time on no bullshit, making mistakes, but you can start and scale your first model as quickly as possible. Or if you're an existing agency owner, you're not bringing enough traffic in, you're not making enough money, you're getting accounts banned, you're not sure on how to correctly do things, and you don't have the systems in your business, that is who I started the coaching program for. So if you're a beginner to the space, or if you're an existing agency owner wanting to make more money, more traffic, whatever it might be, everything is explained in the coaching program along with the processes like I mentioned. And also boys, because I'm 100% certain that you'll succeed when you start your OnlyFans management agency with my help, I even have a success guarantee for all the people that worked with me one-to-one. So boys, the coaching program is perfect for anyone who has capital that wants to turn it into a cash flow business through an automated OnlyFans management agency. It could be for anyone that has a good job but wants to build a location independent income. Like myself, 1.5 years ago, I was working in the factory. I hated it. I just wanted something that would let me live in a place like this and make money from my laptop. So anyone who has a good job and wants to build a location independent income, you need to be able to invest at least 10 hours a week in the business. Like I told you, no bullshit. You need at least 10 hours a week to get started, to start seeing money and seeing results. And also boys, you need to be ready to be coached, and you can implement the step-by-step plan. Because if you cannot just listen to what I say and follow a plan, then you're not going to get your desired results. So that's the whole point of the coaching program, is to be coached, right? It's funny I have to say this because some people aren't ready to be coached and they're not ready to listen. You need to be aware of how important it is to build a network and have a mentor when starting a new business. So if you guys understand all of this, then the coaching program is perfect for you. If you're committed to changing your life and building your OnlyFans management business in the next 2 months, you can book an analysis session using the link down below, in which we'll find out which strategy would be best for your particular situation in order to scale you as quickly as possible. The reason we do the call is because you may just be a beginner, you might already have an agency. There's so many different options and nuances that go into your exact situation. That's why we do the discovery call and see if it's a good fit for you. And places for one-to-one mentorship are limited, and they're only open if there's capacity. If I don't have time to take on one-to-one students, I won't. So it's super limited. So yeah, boys, book your free analysis session and see you guys inside. Peace out.